Hey salon owners, welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be sharing a section of the Profitable Salon Liberator. But before I go into this video, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lisa Phillips, and I'm not only just the owner of Aura Hair Salon, but I'm also the owner of the Profitable Salon Liberator, the coaching program that I run to empower salon coaches. And I'm currently on a mission to help as many salon owners stuck on the shop floor, really helping empower them to become the salon CEO. And not only that, but to build that rock star team that can run your business without you. But why should you trust me? Because that might be the question that you're asking. Well, a great question, because you shouldn't just trust me because my business has won numerous awards and been nominated for even more. And I've even won Business Women Awards as well. And you shouldn't trust me because I do have that rockstar team that do run my business without me, freeing up my time to be able to spend with my loved ones. And also don't trust me because I now speak on many stages and also work on my business, making sure that it's growing consistently without feeling all those pressures of the day-to-day of running your business. But what you should trust me on is the information that I am going to share with you in this video today that has allowed me to create my 6-figure salon Aura Hair that I still currently own and run, unlike some other salon coaches who no longer own their business. So let me just maybe check where you are right now. See, right now, maybe you are still working long hours on the shop floor, one-on-one with your client. Or maybe you're trying to take some time off of the shop floor, but your business never really takes the revenue without you working there. And maybe you're trying to recruit staff, but you're struggling. You either can't find anyone at all, or even when you do, they're not really aligned with you. And maybe you're panic employing, taking on that wrong person, which either they never stay with you very long, or if they do, they end up becoming a bit of a headache, never really performing. And perhaps right now you started your business with passion and fire in your belly. You were so excited about the growth of your business, but now you're feeling a little bit stuck. You feel like you've hit that glass ceiling. You feel like you just don't really see the opportunities around you because you're just too exhausted and you're just kind of closed off. Well, imagine this. Imagine now you really were that salon CEO that was working on your business and coming up with ideas of how you could grow your business further, and no longer working those long hours on the shop floor. Or when you do work on the shop floor, you choose to do it as a hobby rather than as a necessity. And visualize this, visualize now, you've got that passion back. You've not only got that passion back in your business, you've got that passion back in your life because you've got more energy. You can see the way and opportunities of not only growing your business, but how to have fun. And picture this. You've now got that rockstar team who actually just run your business without you. And they never really bother you. They'd allow you to get on with the jobs that you need to do required to push your business further. Well, if you want to achieve all of that, I believe the first step in growing a profitable salon is to have cohesion and high performance. But what do I mean by this? Well, here I'm talking about the salon owner having an aim in your business that is essentially the future vision, the vision of how you want your salon to be and your salon life and your future as a salon CEO. But the problem I often see is that many salon owners have got a great vision, but it's here in their head, and they're not really very good at sharing it with their team or their clients. Problem with this is that if they don't really kind of share it, then how do their team know what they're doing? And not only that, I see some salon owners that, they don't even know what their vision is. They don't even know what they want to achieve. They just knew they were a great hairdresser and they could cut hair and they could build a busy column. But now they've got a business, they don't even know what the growth or the future is. And if they've got lack of clarity on this, then so do their team, leaving them all feeling confused. Now, here's something I really want you to remember, so you might want to write this down. The salon owner and team Knowing what the future vision is like everyone rowing in the same direction, which essentially makes the boat go faster and further towards the goal. When you, the salon owner, and your team know your vision, you're going to make the growth of your business go faster and you're going to achieve your goal. So how do you know what your aim is? Well, here with the Salon Mission Keys, I teach my salon owners with a 3-step system to ensure that they get clarity on the future vision of their business. And we help them put a strategy in place so that all their team know exactly what to do when the salon owner isn't there, which then essentially gives you more time and freedom to work on other things. But what do I teach from here? Well, and what do I mean by purpose? Well, purpose is the reason that something exists. It's that underlying motivation or intention behind a particular action. So, for example, in your salon, your purpose refers to the reason of why does your salon exist? And it's beyond providing the hair services, and it's beyond making money in your business. It should reflect the values and beliefs of creating a vision for making a positive impact in the world. So once you know what your vision is and what impact you want to make, it should then guide every decision and every action you make in your business. See, having that clear, meaningful purpose, that vision, can help your salon be different from your competitors. It helps you build that really strong brand identity. And once you have a strong brand identity, it can then resonate with like-minded customers. And let's not forget like-minded employees. And your employees feel more valued and more passionate about working for a business that has got a strong brand. So how do you do this? How do you understand and identify what your purpose is? Well, here in purpose, there's a further 5 steps that, once implemented, set the foundation for achieving your salon's purpose. And every step is vital. So the first step is values. Now, I'm going to come back to that because that's what I'm going to teach with you in this video today. But what are the other steps that you need to do? Well, the second step is identity. And what do I mean by that? Well, here I'm talking about, once you've understood your values, how do you implement them into your vision and the mission of your future of your salon? So how do they create an identity for your business, for your salon, so everybody can identify what you're about immediately without having to really keep asking you too many questions? And that's for your clients and for your future employees. What's the next step? Well, the next step is target. And what do I mean by target? Well, here I'm talking about making sure that your values are aligned with the services that you provide. So making sure that what you do day to day are really in line with your values. So then once you identify this and you match your target with your values, you spend your day doing what you love, what you're passionate about, which then means you're working towards achieving your goal. The next step is avatar. And what do I mean here? Well, here it's about making sure that you're attracting the right client that is aligned with your values. So I'm not necessarily talking about marketing here, because a lot of people hear about avatars in marketing. I'm talking about making sure that the services that you provide, that the team that you've got working for you, and making sure that everything you do is attracting the right type of client that is aligned with your values to your business. And then the final step is life work. And what do I mean here? Well, I'm talking about ensuring that everything you do and everything you say in your business represents your values, which essentially creates your vision and your mission. Because once you make it your life work to do this, it's easily identifiable what your business is about. And you get continuity because everybody continues to do things in exactly the same way. So let's go back to values now. So why are knowing your true values important for growing your business? And how do you fully understand what your values are? Well, you need time to reflect. You need to identify what principles and beliefs are fundamental to your business and why. By not fully understanding your values, it can have a huge impact on the success of your business. When you've got lack of clarity, it can hinder you making those decisions. And not only that, to a high turnover of staff and of clients by not attracting the right people. And then this can lead you and your team feeling stuck, feeling overworked, and leading to that lack of motivation. And when a salon owner ends up with that lack of motivation and feels like they're overworked and stuck, that can then go on to lead to health issues, which then means you haven't got the energy or the motivation to run your business. But when you're working aligned to your values, you've got more energy, you feel excited about your day, you attract that right clientele and the right team, and that gives you a greater sense of purpose. Yours and your team's decisions become so much easier to make, and you start understanding your goals and you start achieving them, achieving a greater business and more personal growth. However, you may be saying that you know your values and you did this when you first started your business. The problem is many people don't revisit them. And a common belief is that identifying your values for a business is a one-time job, that you only need to do it at the beginning when you set up your business, rather than an ongoing process of keep reflecting at your values and keep adjusting them. And see, this isn't the case. The truth is identifying your values for your business is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process that evolves as your business grows. It evolves as your team grows. It reflects the changing priorities and it guides the decisions you make going forward every time your business evolves. Think of it like this. See, some people believe that achieving a healthy lifestyle is that one-time effort. But in reality, it requires consistency and dedication, and also adjustments as your circumstances change. I mean, look, as you get fitter, you would have to adjust your program to maybe up the game so that you started seeing results. Well, this is the same as your business. Identifying your values for your business is an ongoing process. Just like maintaining that healthy lifestyle, it requires continuous effort. But how do you identify your values? How do you identify them so that you have that positive impact on your business? Well, let's have a look at some of the common values that most people have in life, but how they reflect to your salon. So first of all, we've got social. Now, a social salon that understands and incorporates social values tends to thrive on creating that really welcoming environment for their clients. They may create like an eco-friendly, inclusive salon that values sustainability, community engagement, and they might have ethical products. They'd be looking at who they partnered with for fair trade, fair wages, fair education, and they would potentially be a business that kind of worked with transparency. So if social was high on your agenda, you'd have that all-encompassing around your business. The next one is family. And if, as a salon owner, family was the highest on your value, then you would probably prioritize work-life balance for your staff, creating that supportive family-related atmosphere. You'd probably have things like flexible working schedules and family-friendly holidays. You know, maybe you would be promoting that you are happy to have more children into your salon. You'd be incorporating all of these things around everything you do to give that identity of being a really family-friendly business. Career. A salon where you value career as a high value, you'd be focusing on professional growth and development, not only for your team, but also for yourself. You would be offering continuous training opportunities and growth opportunities. You'd probably have a really competitive pay structure. And the salon culture would prioritize sort of excellence, winning awards, innovation, and real industry success. Now, what's the next one? Well, let's take a look at wealth. if a salon owner's highest value is wealth, then they would strongly emphasize on maximizing their profits. They might kind of achieve this with premium services, lots of strategies for upselling, any strategy in their business to really boost their revenue. They potentially could be looking at doing lots of different offers to increase their revenue coming into their business. But cost efficiency would also be key. Potentially, that would impact factors like pricing, product choices, and services offered. So somebody with wealth may be looking at a bigger profit margin in the products they provide, not necessarily looking at their values of the sustainability of those products, but potentially what is their profit margin. They would be looking at a high turnover of clients coming through their salon, or a real high ticket price in their salon, but really maximizing on that money coming into the till. And then we've got health. And a salon owner whose health is top of their agenda would prioritize things like the well-being of their clients, and not just the well-being of their clients, but the well-being of their team. And it might focus on wellness services, using natural or non-toxic products. For example, in our business, we are a sustainable business, but we prefer to use non-toxic products. So health is one of the top ones on our agenda, but they all do lead into each other. It's just identifying what is really passionate for you. If you had health, you'd be making sure that your environment was safe and clean, and you'd have a strong emphasis on stress reduction, and probably promoting physical and mental well-being. And then the last one is spiritual. What do I mean by that? Well, a salon whose spiritual is the top of their values, they would have a calming sort of atmosphere. Their whole decor might be soothing colours, promoting elements of serenity. They might have like private areas for holistic services. And they potentially could be looking at eco-friendly sort of products, but definitely eco-friendly principles. They would really emphasize on tranquility, spirituality, and nurturing that whole atmosphere. And again, really encompassing their team's individual spiritual choices. So, how do you understand them? How do you understand what are your top values? Well, understanding of what your values are, you should be looking at it all the time. See, once you really understand what drives your passion in your business, this becomes the foundation of everything else you do and every decision you make. So you go ahead now and write down what your top 3 values are from your social, family, career, wealth, health, and spiritual. And just from the top of your head, without really analysing it, writing down what you think your top 3 values are. And then once you've got your top value, and then your second value and your third value, just putting the others in order. And try not to think about this. Just do it as it comes, as you feel like it. Okay. So now you've completed that, this can change, because what I'd like you to do is just have a little test with this. This is a bit of fun, and this is something that we do with all of our team. We do it with every new team member that joins us, but we also do it every year to see how much our values have changed, especially with our younger team, because things are changing all the time. And as a salon owner, I definitely visit it when anything changes in my business. I'd like you to create a log of how you are feeling on a day-to-day basis over the next 3 days. For example, if we looked at social value, on day 1, you might be saying to yourself, how much have I given that thought today? How much impact has social values had on my business and the environment and community around me? It would be how much of it during your day have you thought about it? And then I want you to give it a mark between 1 and 3. If you've not given it much thought, then it would, again, it's actually between 1 and 6, but your top ones are going to be between 1 and 3. But if you haven't given it much thought, I would put it down to a number 6. If you have given it a lot of thought, then I would potentially put this down to a 1. And then I want you to come back to social again on day 2 and have a look throughout your day how much you have really been thinking about social. So if you've been thinking about it a lot, you'd be putting it up between 1 and 3. If you haven't thought about it at all, it'd be somewhere down there on 5 and 6. And then what I want you to do is work through your career one, where you look at your career values or your family values and really think about how much is family coming up during my day. So, for example, if you've had lots of children in the salon that day, have you enjoyed having those children in your salon? Have they really kind of made you feel passionate about what you're doing in that day? Is it contributing to the growth of your business? And if you've enjoyed it, then it'll be between 1 and 3. If you haven't, then potentially it'll be down there with 5 and 6. Then again, come back to day 2 and day 3. And also, even as a salon owner, if you're not in your salon that day, have a think about how much family really means to you, because often people put family at the top of their agenda. Yet often they say to me that they feel like their family hinder their growth, that they often don't value their family's opinions because they don't agree with them. So you may love your family, but is it hindering the growth of your business and your salon and your team? So it's really, really going down deep as to how much you have enjoyed spending that time with that value throughout the next 3 days. And then you'll go on to doing it with your career and with your wealth, health, and spirituality. And then once you've completed your 3 days, you can add up the total number for each page. So, for example, in social, after day 3, let's say social had been the top of your agenda. You loved everything you did in those 3 days that was social. So when you were in your salon, you loved maybe the community that you work in, so the people that you work in, your community outside. You love really making an impact in the world around you. You want to be recognised as a community business, then potentially you'll have a lower number here. If family has over those 3 days been really, really enjoyable, you've loved having children in your salon, you've loved spending time with your family, then potentially again that will be a high number. But let's say in health, you haven't really thought about your health much. You haven't really thought about going to the gym. You haven't really thought about the impact that your products are having on your clients. You haven't really thought about what your team are eating. You haven't thought about the fitness and health levels of your team. Then potentially health will be at the bottom of your values. And there is no right or wrong here, guys. It is really just about understanding what your values are for your business so that you can grow a business aligned with those values, because not everybody is into health the same as everybody else is. But once you've done that, then you're going to have a number of totals for each value. And then what you need to do is put your lowest score as your highest value. So out of all of those values, the one that's got the lowest score is going to become your number 1 value. And then you want to work your way all the way down to value 6. Because then you're going to have a clear idea of what your highest values are and what you should be focusing on in your business. Now, we focus a lot more on values throughout further videos, but this is a really good starting point, because often we are working in a business that isn't aligned with our values. We're growing a business that isn't aligned with our values, but we don't understand why we get stuck. We don't understand why we're attracting the wrong type of client. We don't understand why we're attracting the wrong type of team. But once you understand your values, then you can go forward to create a great vision for your business, a great mission for your business, and go on to further create systems and strategies to create an amazing mission for the future. So if you want to learn more about becoming a real salon CEO who can really push your business to the next level, I'd love to have a chat with you. So feel free to reach out to me. You can book a strategy call with me in the link below. But if not, I'll see you guys in the next video.